we're back at Park Talk with
Courtney with eXp Realty and
Ruth from Guild Mortgage.
so last week we talked about some pre-listing items. So this week we're going to be talking about some pre-buying items that need to be done. So if you're looking for a home and you don't really know where to start, right? There are some things that we covered in previous videos that cover those steps, so definitely check those out. After you choose your lender and realtor, they're going to have a ton of questions for you. So there are some things that you can work on right before you start the home buying process. So one of the things I always tell my clients is make sure you check the areas of interest. So if you like the Irmo area or the Columbia area, also remember they're really large. So check traffic, to and from home to work, see how long that will take you. Then also, whether you're a parent or non-parent. I'm a non-parent, she's a parent. We've got schools living in between us. So you also have to think about that with traffic. So check at different points of the day on the areas that you're looking in, so that way, or you could potentially be looking in, so that way you really know, what to expect. Different times have different, things. There could be like no traffic in Lexington from, 9:30 to 10:30, but 11 o'clock, bam, there's traffic. Depends on what part of Lexington. Same thing with Columbia, Irmo, all those areas. The next thing is to check out the neighborhoods that you're looking in. See if it's an active neighborhood, if it's, quieter neighborhood. Some people like to, be involved in the subdivision or neighborhood. They like to do, get-togethers or gatherings, block parties. And some people just appreciate, more quieter neighborhood. So also look into that depending on what type of person you are, what you like to see in a neighborhood. Check those out. The next things are inside the house. There are certain things that, I like in my home. So if I ever go and look for a new home, there's some features that I want. There may be features in an apartment or house that you're currently in that you like or dislike. Take note of those. There are some houses that have, like what I like to call the laundry room closet in the kitchen area. Some people don't mind it. Some people do. They don't like it. Me, I would be a person that doesn't like it just because all my rooms are upstairs. What do I need to come into the kitchen to go and do my laundry? So those are things that you can think of that, you want to make sure you talk to your realtor, features. This is where the homework comes into play, is having those things down and ready, because that will put you in a better position to start that search. Another one is please don't tell your realtor that you like an open floor plan. Open floor plan can be looked at all different ways. So what I like to tell people is, do you like designations of certain areas? So if you have a kitchen that leads right into the living room, do you like a floor transition? So the kitchen may be tile, the living room may be, carpet or hardwood, something like that. Do you like that, separation? Or do you want a full wall? Or do you just not even care? It can all be the same. There are different meanings of open floor plans, so I just want to make sure that one's clear, because everyone comes up to me saying, oh, I like an open floor plan. But when they see it, that's a little too open for them.
So what is an open floor plan?
Like I said, it can be everything, but typically a true open floor plan is where they're like the kitchen, the living room, everything is all, like no walls separating anything. So the dining room, you can have that as an open floor plan, to where there's some builders that have like the kitchen, you have the living room right here, and you have the dining room right here, and there are literally only like these, 2 or 3 pillars saying, hey, this is the dining room. Well, that's a designated area, but that is still considered open. So that's a part of an open floor plan as well. It's literally just saying open. Like
Okay.
there's no walls, blocking it. You know how
Yeah.
some kitchens they have the walls and the door
Mhm.
is closed off. That would not be considered, obviously.
Hmm.
The other thing is garages. So, do you want to park your vehicle in your garage or do you want to use it as storage? If you want to do both, do you need a 1 car garage, 2 car garage, 3 car garage, however many? Know what your intentions for that and what it's going to be. That would designate how much space you need in it. Measure your bedroom and wherever you're at. If you think it's too small for you, so you get the measurements, you measure your bed as well and say, okay, this I do not want. I need something bigger than, X by X. But yeah, I tell everyone to also measure the beds because there's a lot of houses that are just vacant. Like everything's cleared out.
Yeah.
You can't judge the size of the room.
Yeah.
I always have measuring tape on me so that way I can check. But take a picture of that kind of stuff so that way, and note the sizes. So when you are searching, if you're working with me, I'm gonna pull that measuring tape out and you can say, okay, well this is actually bigger or smaller. Not interested in it. Let's look at another house. Do you need a dining room? Do you want a dining room? Do you plan on doing anything with the dining room? Some people use a dining room because they can't get enough space in the house that they really like, that they'll use it as an office. But like with my house, we have one. We don't ever use it. None of our family, we go to their houses because we're the ones without the kids. So we're the mobile ones. So we don't really even need our dining room. So it's wasted space for us. But some people, they have big family get-togethers. They need that dining room. So see what your intentions are. Like everything, just see what your intentions are. Then you also have the lot size. So I live on a .16. We thought it was .33. Don't ask how I got that. But our house sits closer to the street. So we actually have a decent sized backyard. There are a lot of houses that sit further into the lot. They don't have much of a backyard. So it's one of those things where what are your intentions? Do you want a bigger lot to have, more landscaping done? Do you plan on paying a landscaper if you don't feel like doing it? Or do you like doing yard work and stuff like that? And then the last thing before I completely forget is measure your furniture. So I've had plenty of clients and even happened to myself. You go look at a room, you think it's gonna, work for you, everything in the house is great, and you close, you move in, and you have to buy all new furniture because yours is either too big or it's too small. It just, you have to spend so much money on the transaction of purchasing your home. You don't want to spend it afterwards. You want to enjoy the 45 days of no mortgage. You want to, enjoy all that stuff without having to spend a ton of money. So measure your furniture. If it's stuff that you want to keep and it's great quality, stuff like that, you want to move it in, measure it. Take pictures of it so you see the layout and see if things will certain things will work in those angles. I mean, I'm sure you did too when you were home searching. We saw this one house, it was perfect until we walked into the kitchen and there was the living room right there and it literally was for an entertainment family. Like people who like to entertain because there was literally no living room. You had enough room to put the TV on the wall, which they had at stage. So they had a small, I wouldn't call it a love seat. It was bigger than that, but it wasn't a full couch. And they had bar stools and bar and all this other stuff. But yeah, I mean, no one's sitting around, hanging out and lounging, in the living room because there's not enough room. Our furniture would not have fit for that, and our intentions of what we do in the house would not fit for that. So those are things you really got to look at is when you're looking for a home.
Yeah.
It's what all you want, what all you like, what all you don't like.
It sounds like it's all based on your intentions. So you might like that little dining room versus somebody else wants a huge dining room.
Yeah. And it's all communication with your realtor and making sure that they know every aspect because they're going to ask you a ton of questions. You just want to be able to have the answers for them or already offer it up so that way that helps their search and it doesn't, because there's plenty of times to where I won't think about asking them, hey, do you have a dining room, or do you want a dining room? Do you
Yeah.
plan on doing things with that dining room? I do have a checklist because I have a checklist for everything. But yeah, your realtor may have a like detailed homework checklist for you to do and fill out. Those are things that will help you and that realtor start and get that home that you really want.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's all I got right now.
well, thank you, Courtney. That was a lot. I know I learned some. I never measured my furniture when I moved in. I did have to buy new furniture, so I'm guilty of that. But, you know, if we had measured things beforehand, then I wouldn't have had to do that. So, thanks for that.
Yep, anytime.
Well, make sure you hit below the subscribe button and that little, is it a bell?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hit the bell. So that way you can be informed of the future videos that we have together. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Have
All
a
right.
marvelous day.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.